Hello and welcome back. We saw how to use this masking and site components in order to create a site as well as some of the conceptual shapes in Revit. So far we have learned a lot of things about Revit. So in this tutorial we are going to create a small example by utilizing all of those such tools. So I have created levels. If I just switch over to south view, I have created two levels, that is 1 and 2, over the height of 4 meters and 8 meters. So to get started, I'll just create a small house type of modern concept of house over here. So I'll use the wall. Let me select the perfect wall for this. This would be fine. I'll use the rectangle tool to create a wall over in the center. Let me go to the 3D view, and we will also turn on the shadows, turn on realistic view. Okay, this is our wall for now. I'll go to the visibility and graphic settings to turn off this levels, or let them be for just for now. Let them be. I'll go with the shaded. I'll go over here, select the wall, go to the edit type, and I will change the uh, material of this wall. So in order to do that, I need to go to the structure. I will click on edit. Now this core boundary, and there are two boundaries on each side. So I'll create one insert. I'll name it as a finish 1. I'll let the thickness be as it is. I'll just shift this up, and I'll add one more, name it as a finish 2, and shift it down. And let me just do one thing. I'll change the material here to white color. So let me just search for the white material. A white paint. I'll double click on it. I'll use the same one over here. I'll click OK. We need to provide some thickness. OK. I'll click OK. Now if we head over to the 3D view, let me turn this into realistic. This is quite thick, so we'll change the type again. I'll go to the edit type, edit structure, and we'll reduce this to just 10. And we'll reduce this also to 1. We'll do the same over here. I'll just click OK and click OK. This seems fine. And now I'll go to the level 0. Now if we go to the south view, you can notice these walls are not meeting up to the level 2. So I'll select all these walls and attach them to the level 2, and that should be something like this. So if we head to the 3D view, this is how it should be looking. I will let this front wall be like this for now. This is the back side. I'll just align it, first one over here, because it is the big one. Use the align tool, select the top over here, and I'll select the top over here. Now go to the level 0, and we will adjust the length and breadth of this. So let the length be to 18, and let the thickness of this be around 8. Let's go with 10. Okay, this seems fine. Let us just keep it around 8 as. So it can have a big depth compared to the width. I'll move it in the center. Okay, now our base model is ready over here. Now I will be adding some staircase over it. So let's add a staircase. So for that, I'll utilize the left hand side for drawing the staircase. So to run a recap, we can go to the architecture tab, and we can go to the circulation panel over here and choose the stair. Either you can draw a direct stair, or you can sketch your custom stair with the sketch tool. So I'll choose stair. I'll let the run width be around 1.5, and location line should be from left as we are drawing from the front. Top level should be the 2. And I'll decrease the desired number of riser to, let's say, 25 or something like that. So let this be 35. Now start drawing the staircase from over here. Once done, I'll just click on finish edit mode, and we can go to the 3D view to view the staircase. So these are the staircase that we just drew. I'll delete the extra components over here on the staircase. First select the staircase, and I'll change the type to see what suits the best. This should be fine. I'll let this side as well. Let those railings be as it is. Now the next thing here is that if you see this, they are not reaching up to the level 2 accurately over here. So I'll click on it. I can increase or decrease the number of risers and traders over here. So we need this to be reaching up to the level 2 for that. So I'll click over here, go to the front view, and we need that it reaches up to the level 2 anyhow. So for that I can decrease the number of risers and treads over here. So I'll click on this again. Okay, let's increase them again. Okay, now this seems pretty perfect. I'll just keep it around 35 as we just did previously. And if you notice, there is a stringer on this side, so I'll delete that one as well. I'll double click on the staircase, select the stringer side component over here, and I will delete this. I'll click on finish edit mode, and this is how it shall look now. So now the next thing here we need to do is adjust the placement of the staircase on our model. So I'll select this, select the staircase, and I'll move it this side. So I'll go to the level 0, and I will just decrease the depth first. Sorry, accidentally I moved it to 114. I'll select this side and move it around 14. Now I'll move the staircase somewhere around here. Let's go to the 3D view and check how does this look. Okay, this seems fine. So now next thing here we need to do is create some of the detailing on this. So for that I'll choose this wall and increase the height of this wall. It is currently unconnected, so I will use the top constraint level 2 to connect it to level 2. And if we just unconnect it, the current height is set to 8. So I'll make it around let's say 11 and press enter. So height of this wall is now currently 11. So I'll go to the level 0 and I'll increase it on this side, and I'll also increase. Okay, it is fine on this side. So currently our wall is also ready. Now next thing here we are going to do is we are going to add some glazing on it. To add a glazing, you just have to double click on any wall to edit its boundary. So I'll go over here and I'll draw glazing. And let's just do one thing, draw it on the other side so we can take the reference from the staircase slope. I'll click over here. I'll draw a line somewhere around, let's see, coming out from over here and straight up to over here. I'll join it around here. So we have a slope. It's not quite perfect. Let me just adjust it a bit. Okay, this seems fine. Now we'll use the trim and extend tool to change the orientation of these things. I will adjust the heights of it accurately. This is around 2 meters from the ground level. So let me use the trim and extend tool to delete these extra lines to complete our core wall boundary. Okay, I'll click on finish edit mode, and this would be the shape of our new wall. Now we would do the same thing on this side. So I'll double click on this wall, go over here, let me go to the other side and draw the same line. So in order to draw same line, you can choose the pick line tools to draw this accurately over here. I'll just one, and I'll just need to click again. I'll use the trim and extend tool to delete the extra line to complete our boundary over here. Okay, click on finish edit mode. I'll continue. It's saying that okay, I need to delete this line as well. Okay, finish edit mode and to save it. Now I will align this wall accurately with this. So I'll use the line tool, select the base surface over here and select the top surface over here. Once done, this is how it would look on our drawing. So our model is quite ready here, and we can now neglect or turn off these levels so they don't come in between. In order to do that, either you can use the visibility and graphics settings from the properties palette, or you can just press VG on your keyboard to activate the visibility and graphics override settings. So to turn off the levels, you need to go to the annotations, search for the levels. Over here, I'll turn them off, click apply and OK. So levels will disappear from our model. So let's switch to shaded. Okay. Now let's go with hidden line. Okay, this seems fine. Well, let's switch with the realistic for now. So levels have been turned off on our model. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to create a storefront wall over here. So to measure the height of this wall, this was set around 11 meters. So that would be, if you go to the south view, currently this level is at 8 and this one is set to level height of 11 meters. So we need some storefront walls that are extending up to this wall. So let me just switch over to the level 0. Or we can do just one thing is we can draw directly on the 3D wall over here. So I'll switch over here. Now we need to draw the storefront wall on the center point or the center line of these walls. So let me just start by drawing the curtain walls over it. Go to the architecture tab and I'll choose the walls. From there I'll choose the curtain wall and we will go with the curtain wall storefront. Now here you can either define the top constraint to level 2 and we'll define the base offset of 2 meters, that is setting up the boundary or the base from the ground level is at 2 meters. Now the next thing we can adjust here is that vertical grid and the number of horizontal grid. So we would start by drawing the storefront wall on our model. Now either we can just select the peak lines and select the center line over here, that would be first, second, and here would be my third center line. So this is giving us a warning that these are overlapping with the existing wall. So we would also adjust that slowly. So let's go to the 3D view, and if we check, our storefront walls are created. So we need these lines to connect with each other. It is not connected on its side. Okay, now we need to connect all this with each other. So I'll go to the top view. I'll select this wall. Let me do one thing. I'll just hide these walls for now. So I'll click and hide element. I'll just connect these walls with each other. Go to the top view. And do the same thing over here. Okay, I'll reset the temporary hide and isolate over here now. Okay, now we will select this wall and we will increase it up to the height of 11 meters. So it is currently having the base offset of 2, so it will be going up over there. So let me just bring it to 9. I'll select this one and change the height to 9 as well, because of the base offset that we have provided, that is of 2 meters. Unconnected, and height would be 9 meters. And we will do the same with this one, unconnected and height of 9 meters. So our model is almost ready over here. Okay, so our model is almost ready over here. I'll select reset temporary hide and isolate to undo the stairs. I'll double click on stairs to edit this. I'll go to the level 0. So these are the staircase that we have drawn. Now we need to provide a heater landing with it. So I'll just click on finish edit mode, create or select the stairs. I'll click on edit stairs, and I will be drawing a landing over here. So in order to draw the landing, I can just pick two runs or I can draw it manually. So in this case, let me just draw it manually over here, and I'll do the same over here. So if you notice, the thickness of this is around 1.5 meters. So I'll select this line and adjust it to 1.5 over here. I'll click on finish edit mode, and we will switch to the 3D view to view this. Okay, it seems fine. I just need to delete the stringer on this side and on the back one over here. Okay, so we are almost done with all the things over here now. So next thing we need to do is draw a roof on this. So I'll go to level 0, and we will start by drawing a roof. Go to the architecture tab. I just need to save the staircase. Okay. Also, I will be required to delete this railings. Okay, now we'll go to the level 0 and we will draw a roof over here. I'll select the roof by footprint, and that would be on the level 2. Select yes, and let me just draw a roof over here. Now main thing here is that I have to define the slopes. So I'll uncheck the slopes on these 3 sides like this, and I'll click finish edit mode, and I'll let it attach with the base of the roof. Go to the 3D view, and this is how it should be looking now. We can adjust few things over here, that the base offset should be, let's keep it around, that was 11, so I will keep it around 3 meters. And I will also change the slope of it. I'll go to the right view and decrease the slope a bit, somewhere around here. Okay, so them should be okay. So this seems fine now. Our model is almost ready over here. Now we need to add a floor over it, and then we can go with by creating a site and landscaping of it. So I'll create a floor. Click on finish edit mode, and the floor will be created. Let us edit the material of the roof, or we can just paint it. I'll select roof, go to the edit type, click on edit structure, and we will give this core boundary roof standing. Let's go with white paint again. Okay, and I'll just double click on white lining. I'll move this around, select this 2 and move it upwards. Finish boundary 2 over here, and change the material to white again. Click OK and click OK. So this is also being painted over here. I can do the same thing with the floor. Go to edit type, edit structure, and edit the material to white color. There is no other finish over here, so we can add one more finish. Click on insert, finish 2, and bring it at the bottom. I'll make it 0.5, and I will add this thickness around here. Let me adjust the thickness, edit. Okay. So model is almost ready. Now if you notice, this grid curtain was have grid, but they do not have the mullions. So I'll click on mullion, select grid line or grid line segment, or we can just select all grids to do it simultaneously. I'll select all these grids and provide the mullions on it. Do the same over here. So our model is almost ready over here. I'll click on modify, and now we can move ahead by creating the site over it. So in order to create a site, as we learned previously, we just need to switch to the site view, and then we can start by creating a topo surface over here. So I will click on massing and site, select the topo surface, and let me provide the elevation of 0.5 meters. I'll give one point over here and second one over here. Now as we trade further, I will increase the slope, so let me keep it around 1 meter, and let me just do this like this. And as we move further on the other side, I will keep it around 8 meters on the back side over here. And let's go with 10 as well on the end of part of this model. I'll click on finish edit surfacing, and then we can go to the 3D view, and this is how it looks over here. Now we need to adjust few things before we do that. If you notice, this is currently meshing it inside our building, so we'll also need to create a building pad over here. So let's first create a building pad. I'll go to the site view, select the building pad option over here, and draw a boundary around our model. So I'll click on finish edit mode, and if you go to the 3D view, you can see that a boundary, or the building pad is created like this. Now we need to adjust few more things around here, so we'll be required to give it a point of zeros around here in order to make it easily approachable from the ground. So I'll go to the site view, click on this, edit surface, and add elevation points around here. Change the elevation to 0, and I'll add some points around this. So it is easily approachable from the staircase. I will use these points and bring them over here. Okay. And I'll click on finish edit mode. Let's go to the 3D view to view this. So now this seems perfect. It has a perfect starting and approaching points from our model. Now next thing we need to adjust is we should bring it along the base of it. So in order to identify the height of this, we can either go to the anode tab, and we can use the previous options that we have used, that was spot elevation. So I can spot a specific point of elevation that is around 8 meters over here. So I can give you a point of 8 meters around this point in order to make it perfectly aligned to our slope. So I can go to the side view again, select this surface, edit surface, and add points. Provide it the elevation of 8 meters, and I can attach it around here. So this would perfectly align our model with it. So let me just click and finish edit mode, go to the 3D view to see this. So now if you notice, this is perfectly aligned on our slope like this. Now we need to adjust few things again, that was that this landing is now below our surface that we have provided. So we'll also need to add points around that. I'll go to the edit site, click on this topo surface and edit surface, place points with elevation of 8. It is checked as we did previously. I will add 1 point over here and 1 point over here. Click on finish edit mode, and now if you go to the 3D view, you can see this, it is perfectly aligned to our landing. So let's make few more changes and then we are done with our model. So I will just edit the what we see this material of this. I will go to material, I'll select this earth material, and we will edit the earth material. I'll go to the manage materials, and I'll edit this earth material over here. There is an image, so let me provide it a color. I'll go with green. Let me make it a little bit light this. Click apply. Okay, there are no changes over it. I'll just edit the material, remove image, and I'll click apply. So our model will be having such of material on it, and make it bit darker. Click apply to test it. Now click OK. So this ground material is also being placed. I'll use this corner tool to view this. Now our model is almost ready. So this is how you can utilize all this option to create topographic surface and different type of models on Revit. Now to finish off this model, we will add a section box to make it more perfect. I'll just turn on the section box, and I'll just cut it on the extra parts. So this looks pretty nice I'll click and I will hide the element. Hence, this is how we can utilize the different tools available in Revit in order to create a building like this that is aligned to a slope with the staircase on it. So I would suggest to practice some of the similar concept of models, and this file would be available for downloading in the download resource section of this course. I'll wrap up this tutorial over here. Thank you for watching.